Hey friends, it's Brianna. Welcome to my car. Today we're going to be talking about color schemes and how to build them and how to build them easily. I'm going to show you the one foolproof way you will ever need to build a color scheme, and it's using your computer with free tools. So let's check it out. All right, again, I apologize for the car situation, but we do what we have to do in the circumstances we are in. Anyway, I just have a little bit of homework before we start going through the method I'm going to show you. You need to find a photo that is full of beautiful colors, that is the way you want your room to feel. Or alternatively, you need a photo of something that's going in the room, like a rug or a piece of artwork or a piece of fabric. This only works if these actually have colors in it. So if you want to use a shag rug with lots of texture, that's great, but it's not going to work for this particular method. So that's what I need you to do. Go on Pinterest, go anywhere, just take a photo, find a photo that you want to use as the inspiration for your room, and then we will use our fancy little magic method. Once you have your photo, we're going to go to coolers.co, not .com, .co. And from there, we're going to go over and click on Generate. Once we get into the generator, you'll see that there's already a randomized palette there. So you can just ignore that for now unless you absolutely love it for some reason. And we're going to go over and click on the camera icon. You'll see that a dialog box pops up with 4 different options. You can choose to upload an image, input a URL, use your camera to snap a photo, or search on Unsplash. So for this, we're going to upload the photo we already pre-selected, or you can type in the URL of an image that you found online. I've never tried using the camera option only because I only ever use this on my desktop and not with my phone. So you can play around with that if you happen to be on your phone. I'm going to upload my photo to coolers.co. What's going to happen is it's going to auto-suggest a palette based on the photo you upload. Now, I have never actually found this initial palette to be what I want, but it's always a good starter point. So why don't you take a look, see if there's any colors that you actually want to keep, and then go through and click on a swatch maybe you don't like that much, and you can slide your mouse around to see if there's a color you like a little bit better that the computer's going to pick up. When you find a swatch you like, click and it will replace the one you don't like with the color that you do like. I would suggest selecting a dark color, a light color, a neutral, and 2 accents. Once you have a color palette you're happy with, I want you to click Next, and you're going to have a few options here. Ignore the rest, and for right now, I just want you to click on Create Collage. This is going to grab your photo and all of the colors that you have selected. From here, you can either save it to your desktop, print it out, or both. I want you to take this photo when you go out shopping or refer back to it when you're shopping online. It's going to be so helpful when you're trying to make these decisions on the fly. To save the photo, simply click Export and it will save it to your desktop. So now you have your color palette. Let's say you need to figure out what paint color you could use to match one of these colors. All you will do is, instead of selecting Create Collage, you're going to instead select Next, Open in Generator. When you see your palette of colors, click on the color that you want to determine the paint color for. When you see that little 6-digit number at the bottom, click on that and you're going to get this dialog box. Click on Hex and there will be a drop-down menu, and from that drop-down menu, select RGB. These values are going to help you select your paint color. So remember those values or write them down, and then we're going to navigate over to easyrgb.com. Scroll down to Match Color Data to Commercial Colors and click Try It Now.
From there, you're going to get to a screen that's going to allow you to enter the individual R, G, and B values that you determined in coolers.co. Now you can select what paint brand you love the most from match to the collection, and then you're going to click on match. So say I selected something from Benjamin Moore and I click match, and it's going to give me every single color that is a fairly close match to that color I just entered. This is pretty clutch because instead of having to go to a paint store and stare at a bunch of swatches, you're just going to know exactly which colors you should go for. So take these color values or the names, and you're going to go down to the paint store and you're going to grab a couple samples so that you can try them out on your wall.
And that's all there is to it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing or give it a like. I'll talk to you next week.